Hi, I'm Ross from Coombe-Smith Property Accountants in Hamilton. A real standard trick is in the property market, if you're trying to get ahead on the ladder, is if you have an existing personal home and you want to get into rentals, you turn your existing home into a rental property and then buy a new personal house. What we're looking at today is this actually a good idea? And should you be keeping your old or ex-personal home and turning this into a rental property? My general answer is no, it's actually not a good rental. Generally people have an emotional tie with it. They think, oh, I love the house, it's so nice, it's got a big section, the trees are really cool, it's got huge big gardens, it's a really cool place to live, my family, my children have loved it, so let's keep it as a rental, it's bound to work. Well, a lot of those things I've just said are big reasons why you shouldn't keep it as a rental. And the biggest one to start with is often the gross yield and the cash flow. Quite often when we look at a personal house turning into a rental, the gross yield's only about 4%. So that means that the renter's not going to pay the interest, it's definitely not going to pay the rates and insurance, and it's definitely not going to pay the repairs. So the investor then has to put in a lot of money to top this up. They're probably putting in about $10,000 a year to top up that property over a 12-month period or a year. That's a huge negative cash flow, so often your personal house doesn't work as a rental for cash flow purposes. There's also often no opportunity, it's often not subdividable. You often can't put a minor dwelling on the back, you often can't add more bedrooms or create some extra rent or do a twist for the property. So a lot of those things are starting to make the place look good, or look bad, as a rental property. Your personal home is often not a really good rental. The other things we look at is general repairs and maintenance. Generally your personal home is to a slightly better standard, so there's more repairs if you keep it to that, and you run the risk of tenants wrecking it. Also, a big garden, great for you and your family if you look after it, not so good for tenants, and often tenants want a small easy care section, and you as a landlord, I'd normally go for a small easy care section. So when you're thinking about keeping your personal home as a rental, really think through what's the cash flow going to be, what's the long-term maintenance going to be on it, and is it a really good rental? Or are you better to sell that, cut your emotional ties, and then buy another property that is specifically for a rental, that's got good cash flow, maybe the opportunity to subdivide. That way you can create more cash flow and more equity through subdivision and really get ahead, rather than keeping it just for emotional reasons. Thank you very much, and yeah, if you're interested in more things like this, make sure you join up our newsletter list. Or if you just want to have a chat to see how we can help you with your accounts and help you get ahead with property, send us through an email or a message and we can organise a free 5 or 10 minute phone chat just to see how we can help, what we can do together. And in those, I'm very honest. If we can't help you, if you're perfectly set up, I'm going to tell you that. If I don't think it's worth you getting advice from us, I'm going to tell you that. So generally we're looking at being real honest. Can we help you? Can we get you ahead? And long term, for a lot of clients, we're looking at getting a debt-free personal home and passive income. Thank you very much.